Well, you think I did it.
Yeah. We got too many of them on. And then I have to mute everybody.
I'm gonna miss seeing y'all tomorrow on Caravan. Oh, there must be two computers on.
Yeah.
Turn the volume off of one of them.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, so I know. So you're not coming tomorrow?
No, I'm going to Atlanta. I have a closing, and then I've got 2 board meetings, and then I'm going to St. Simon's with my girlfriends from college. And it's just going to be easier for me to go to Atlanta tomorrow. Oh, that's sorry. That's Lee calling me. Let me see what she wants.
Okay.
All
Right, so I need to.
We'll talk later.
Mm.
Hello, everybody. If you guys know somebody, can y'all text in addition to, like, if you know somebody not on the call right now, text in addition to the email that went out that there was an incorrect link. Zoom is so fun.
What'd you just say about the
The first link that went out, it was not right. We had to resend another one.
Okay.
It was emailed back in response. So we're gonna give everybody just a minute to get on here. All right, about 1 more minute and then we'll get started. Suze, are you here?
I'm here.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. All right, can you guys hear us and see us okay? We're good? Okay. Yay, Zoom. Yay. Thank you guys for joining us. For anybody that's unable to attend or like say you have to hop off, this is going to be recorded and shared with you guys again. We really just want to take the time to just be very clear and keep communicating with you guys on what's happening. I know that there has been a lot take place in a short amount of time. And so we just want to make sure that you guys know we're here for you, that you understand that we're here to support you guys, and we're going to make it as easy as possible for this transition and as exciting as possible, because we like to have a good time too. All right, so roll through introduction. This may be very repetitive for you guys that have been here through all the meetings and everything. So Adam Beams is the operating partner A little bit about him. He got his license about 5 years ago, started out and just kicked tail first as a single agent and then partnered up with his two partners, Britt and Jeremy, and they created Global Homes Group, and they're number 2 in the state for groups, did about 80 million in production last year. And so they did so well in their sales team. The region came to him and said, hey, we've got some opportunities. Would you be interested in looking at becoming an OP? He then had the opportunity to purchase our market center in Montgomery, and that was about 15 months ago. And so there's been a huge transformation of our business, and now we're excited to extend some of those things to you guys in Auburn. So he's a good guy. If you haven't got an opportunity to meet with him, definitely take advantage of that. And as I said this morning in business meeting, I have created him a calendar link. So he is going to put down what days he's going to be in Auburn, what days he's going to be in Montgomery. And that way you can say, hey, this is what I have available. I'd like to meet with Adam, and just do it immediately on a link. And you guys don't have to go back and forth. It has saved my life tremendously for my recruiting appointments. And if you guys don't use it for your businesses, you might want to look into it. It's free for, I think, a 30-minute meeting window. But what I do is, this is sidebar, guys, free. This is free. I'm not charging extra for this. What I do is, it doesn't matter what it books for. If you have something put on your books, say a consultation or a appointment, they can go ahead and schedule that at their convenience. It puts on your calendar. If you need to extend it, that's really easy to do, because you do a lot of, oh, well, I could be available this day, or I might be here that day. It gets kind of crazy. That is free of charge. Okay. Me, team leader, I came to Keller Williams in 2018 from a different franchise, have a background in property management, and it was miserable for me. Some people love it and make a lot of money doing it. Not my jam. And got the opportunity to step into the team leader role shortly after joining Keller Williams, and have just honestly loved every bit of it. It's hard work, and it's a great organization. Yes, Calendly. So it's like calendar, but ly.com, and you can just set up a free account. Susan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, so I'm Susan Sullivan. I'm the Market Center Administrator here. And I'm sure you guys know what the MCA is over there. I started out in the mortgage banking business at age 19. I moved on from there and worked for a real estate closing attorney for 10 years. Decided to go a different route, and then said, what did I do that for? Because this is all I know. And then ended up back at Keller Williams in the real estate business. I love numbers. I love systems. I love real estate. I love people. And this position combines all of that together. So that's who I am. I've been here for, since December of 14. I started as the Director of First Impressions, and by September of 2015, I was the MCA. So that's a little bit about me.
And Susan is getting her real estate license.
Yes.
Although she knows more about real estate and contracts and all of that than maybe a lot of us, just because she processes them all the time. And she's looking at starting a contract to close business. So stay tuned for that, because that's awesome as well. We're very proud of her. She would not brag on herself, but I will brag on her. And then Maria, you guys know Maria. Maria, do you want to introduce yourself, or Danielle, you're on mute.
We're muted.
Hopefully everyone knows me by now. I've been here since October, new to the real estate industry, but I've been in the MCA position since March, but I'm looking forward to being more hands-on with all of the agents and learning a lot more than what I've learned. We're going to be great. We're going to be great.
We are already so thankful for Maria. So Maria, thank you so much. You are a rock star. And we'll talk more about Maria and how she's going to be there for you guys. You already know, you see her. And if you're ever in, just ask her, hey, Maria, what can I help you do today? She is a one-man team right now. And so she's going to need all of our support and help. And so as Adam and I are running back and forth, Susan will be here. So if my Montgomery people are here, I say the same thing, like just check in on your MCAs because they have a lot of things that they're doing. So we want to be supportive to them. And then, of course, we have, I don't know if you guys met her at the meetings, the qualifying broker for KW Montgomery is Jimmy Ann Campbell. She is also a real estate commissioner. She's been in the business a long, long time, and she helps us by teaching contract classes, any issues where there's cooperation, any like legal questions. She is our go-to person. Adam is technically the qualifying broker for Keller Williams Realty associated with KW Montgomery, which is y'all's business center technical name. And we're going to have somebody there for you guys as a resource. And as we put together more teaching and contracts things around y'all's contracts and y'all's MLS. And until that point, we do have Jimmy in as a resource as well. So just for you guys to know if you don't already know her. 2 logos and branding. This has been probably one of the most common questions that we have been asked. As it stands right now, you do not have to have KW Montgomery on any of your branding or logos as long as you have the Keller Williams, either the Keller Williams kind of here with the KW and then the Keller Williams underneath it, or the KW. You're covered for compliance. Don't worry about going and ordering. Please, by all means, do not go order new signs because this is just a temporary situation. We, of course, want to be in compliance with Alabama license law, and this is kind of a unique situation. If you do have KW Auburn Opelika as your the DBA logo, we do have some stickers for you guys. Yet, because we're in conversations with attorneys in regards to what is the franchise name going to be, and we've been going back and forth on should we name it, what could it be. We're actually getting consulted with an attorney now whether if we could possibly just keep it what it was. And so I know that that's in the works. So please just, if you have the KW, just keep it the KW. And honestly, at this point, if you got the KW Auburn Opelika, maybe just leave it. And if somebody says, hey, that's incorrect, we have the stickers to add to it. So you know what I'm saying? Like, don't mess up your branding for this window of 60 days. Is everybody cool with that? Does anyone have any questions about that? I'll take that as we're all great. Moving forward. Red Day is May 13th. Please save the date. We're working with y'all's ALC to get something planned. Was everybody on the call this morning, or do we want to play the video again? Play it again? All right. It's going to play twice, so just get really excited about it.
Play it again.
Okay, so Red Day every here we go, guys. I don't know why it does that. It's where Keller Williams Associates Worldwide give where we live. And so we close the doors for business and we do a community outreach project. And that can be as simple as collecting food items and just take them to the local food pantry, donating to the humane shelter, doing a blood drive. I mean, it literally is like unlimited the things that can be done. We're working on nailing down what the Auburn project is going to be this year. I've got my Red Day shirt on today. And so if you're interested in a Red Day shirt, we always want to show up in our red and, you know, good to go. I know Gretchen, you've been in KW a long time. What are some things that you have done for Red Day?
So we have worked at the local YMCA before and have cleaned up their yard. We like to do stuff outside so people see us. We have worked in a local food pantry sorting donated items. We adopted a special needs school, and we have gone in and done everything they have asked us to do on their wish list, from cleaning the vents to putting mulch down on the playground. We've done, and it's been all day jobs. And then at the end of the day, our favorite part is all the agents go to a rooftop bar or a bar somewhere and have little adult beverages to celebrate all our hard work in our red shirts. And we have recruited agents by doing that. It works.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely have where we put out like media alerts and let the media know this is what we're doing. This is not something I've ever seen any other real estate company do. And so this is something we're really proud of. We have a lot of fun doing it here in Montgomery. It's my understanding it's fairly new, a new idea to you guys over in Auburn. And just meeting with you all, I think that we're going to have a great gathering, because I can tell you guys are very community minded and coming from contribution. And so that's just a big part of like letting other people see who we are and all getting organized to get back together. Last year, because of COVID, it was kind of tricky. And so we did like a GoFundMe link where people could donate funds. And then we took the money and partnered with 2 local restaurants and fed Haynes Ambulance Service. And they are 150 EMTs that serve our Tri-County area, including the Life Flight helicopter. And so they were really touched. And that's where it's like you get that connection with these organizations they selflessly give all the time. And so it's nice to be able to do that. So here's some pictures from that. One of our agents almost got into the helicopter. We thought it was going to take off. So that was fun. I was like, make sure the keys aren't in that helicopter, please. We also have, this is kind of our typical orientation we do, and yet I know you guys are probably a little bit more familiar with some of these things. So I'm not going to necessarily play the video. KW Cares, KW Kids Can, and then of course Bold. I don't know how many of you did like Bold Pivot. Did y'all hear about that, where it was kind of a Facebook Bold? They are now saying they're going to do what they're calling local Bold with like a local Zoom group. So they're not ready to the place to do like a room again. And yet you could have a unique link. That way you can actually communicate with the coach, which is a lot better. I mean, I think the Bold Pivot was definitely needed. And I think it worked for the time. But if you've ever been to Bold in the room, it's just a different vibe. You get to like communicate, you get to ask questions, you get to hear other people's stories, which is sometimes even more awesome than what the Bold coach is saying. It's a good time, and we're looking at a date where we could maybe do like a combined Montgomery Auburn one.
Hey, Katie, I don't know how many people on this call know about KW Cares and how you can contribute. Can you explain KW Cares to everybody?
Yes, KW Cares is a nonprofit organization that was created to assist agent associates in time of need. So this could be whether someone's health is bad and there's a time where they cannot sell and they've accumulated medical bills or things like that, and you can apply for a grant, or something like oh my goodness, natural disaster comes through. We had all the flooding and the tornadoes and the hurricanes and things that come through, and where people's homes are just completely wiped out. So KW Cares actually has got a reputation right now that they're ahead of the Red Cross, that they are there at Hurricane Katrina. They were there before FEMA was. And so they literally have gotten to the scale to have semis ready to go at all times. And as soon as a natural disaster comes through, I don't know if you guys get the notification, but so when the bad weather was in, it was just a couple of weeks ago, I got an email, and I think all of our associates got an email and said, hey, we hear bad weather's coming to you. If you need any assistance, here's the number to call, the hotline. Susan had a ordeal where a storm came through 6 months ago, Suze. It was in the Tri-County area.
Was that-
Yeah. And it was a hurricane. Yeah. And so there was some damage from an outdoor building or whatever that hit her car. And so they were looking at, hey, could I file, a claim for this and see if I could get help there. So we had people, they just literally are here to help the associates in need. And so there's some parameters around it. And you have the opportunity on every closing to give back to KW Cares. It again is a nonprofit, so something that you can write off every year, and it's a good organization to give back to. If you ever have the opportunity, that's Mary Tennant on the video. I'll show this video. How about that? But if you ever hear her talk the stats, they give the stats like regularly throughout the year at the events. It is amazing. As much as they give back, they don't ever receive as much as they give. So I'm gonna play this really quick and then. Zoom, could you how do you make it play, Susan? There it goes. All right, cross your fingers and stand on one leg. Okay.
When Hurricane Florence came through, it just a flood of water.
We're down here in New Bern with Keller Williams Cares.
The Carolina region has been extraordinary in responding to this emergency.
We are here in New Bern and we are ready to rock and roll. We've had volunteers come from all over the country to help us.
So when you go into the house, the very first thing the leader of the group will do.
The agents have all come together to support our agents in need.
So I would say over the next 2 weeks, we'll probably top over 1,000 volunteers.
We've been working very hard, cleaning out houses, trying to support people in any way we can.
We're looking for work crews of 6 to 8 people.
I called KW Cares, the crisis line, and they were out here the very next day.
We've got generators, we've got cleaning supplies.
We would love shovels, also wheeled trash cans.
They gave my mother a generator, they gave us gas, and now they're here cleaning out my son's house.
Just the fact that we're here, showing them that we care, that is as important as going in and demucking these homes.
It would have been a long road if KW Cares wasn't here.
We have a lot more to do. We've been in it for a week, and I can tell you we're going to be here for quite a bit longer.
We say Keller Williams is a family, and that's exactly what it is. When you see how you're changing lives, it will change your life forever.
KW Cares is one of the greatest examples of what families do.
I'm not crying, Susan. Don't worry about it. I'm not crying. Let's see. So that's an example, and they like to say they're the first ones in and the last ones out. So they're always there for times of need, and it can be something medical in your family, or it can be a natural disaster, and you have the ability to request assistance. We're looking into some of the Birmingham, I know the Tuscaloosa office and other market centers I've talked to do a local KW Cares account all the time, so that if something were to happen and one of our family members need assistance, they would apply for that grant, and then they would say, what are you guys at the market center doing to help this individual? And so if we had a local fund and something were to happen, for instance, last year we had one of our brand new licensees, she had a house fire and lost everything. And so instead of at that point saying, hey guys, who can spare some money, we did a something nice for her, a gift card, yet we would have already had that established so that we could just go ahead and say, hey, call ALC, we're going to have an approved motion to get this over to them and help that person in need. It just helps things, that's who we are. And so to get prepared to do that. Any questions about that? Okay, you guys are awesome. So Gary Keller says money is good for the good it can do. And here is a video on profit share. Several of the people that we have spoken to may not have a great understanding or said there's not been a lot of training around what is profit share and how it works. So here is a quick video on that.
We refer to profit share and growth share as passive income because once a productive agent names you as a sponsor, if they're in any profitable market center in the United States or Canada, you can receive a portion of that profit. Or if they are in any other country, you can receive a portion of the ongoing franchise royalties, which is automatically deposited into your account. You can sit on the beach and receive growth share and profit share. Now that's passive income. It sounds like fun, and it is fun, but there's a smart business principle behind it. Gary Keller explains that the systems are programs that allow associates to build a business inside a real estate company that is as powerful as if they owned the company themselves. This means that if you are a part of a market center's growth trajectory, you can be rewarded off of the success of the company. However, unlike owners, you don't need to invest any capital. Your opportunity is entirely passive. You have no financial risk, no legal risk, and no down payment. Why would a company do this? Because when someone names you as their sponsor, you've helped the company grow. And profit share and growth share are Keller Williams' way of thanking you. It's a win-win. And win-win is an integral business building block in our Keller Williams Realty system. The exchange of work for income is expected. Passive income has a different formula. Rather than exchanging labor for income, you rely on your vision. You think long-term. Plant a seed today. Give the other agent in one of your transactions a shift or an MREA book. And they may or may not join Keller Williams and name you as their sponsor tomorrow. But in time, the seeds you plant can grow into a profit share and growth share tree that provides you and your family with new opportunities and security. The opportunity is unlimited and the potential immense. Associates who have made the decision to participate in the program have seen their lives changed forever. Profit share and growth share enabled them to send their children to college, pay for medical bills, support their communities, provide financial relief to others in need, to travel. Simply put, to live their lives the way they want to. And depending on the laws in your country, growth share and profit share can be willed to a beneficiary. This opportunity isn't for other people, it's for you and your family. You have the opportunity to collect passive income. It's a win-win.
So profit share is a great opportunity. It was one thing that was kind of didn't have a lot of clarity of it around it also until Adam bought the business, and we've just been talking about it a lot. We have our ALC growth chair. We've been doing co-op events. We've been doing Susan, as she's been closing the books with these co-op agents, just calling and saying, hey, is there anything that you need from us? And again, that goes back to the culture and who we are. And it's a touch point with the agents that you're doing business with. There's no pressure. There's no, hey, hey, are you going to transfer your license today? It's just, hey, we're so thankful you did business with us. If it was somebody that you had something wonderful to say about Danielle, perhaps, for example, Susan says, hey, you just closed 123 Main Street with Gretchen. Do you have anything that you'd like to, any feedback you'd like to provide about Gretchen? And then you can either say, oh, which we're still going to touch and say, hey, just closing the file. But if Gretchen is a rock star, Susan's going to say, hey, Danielle just raved about you. And she said that deal was her favorite she's done. And we just want to know if there's anything you need from us. That's just showing how we're different as a company. And that's been something new that we have started doing. And we've started doing quarterly co-op touches and things like that. So that's things that we'll be exploring also in Auburn, and just an opportunity to not feel awkward about saying, hey, we've got this going on. Would you like to check it out? Specifically with the transition, because I don't know if you guys have been getting calls yet, but I know our agents in Montgomery have been getting calls in regards to transition. So I'm sure you guys have as well. So you definitely already have a talking point and something to say. Any questions about profit share? We have career night Thursday night at 5 p.m. on Zoom. And you should have the Eventbrite link. Hope that that's the right link. I'm trusting it's the right link. And that way we'll do it via Zoom, and you can invite your people. Montgomery people can invite their people, and it's just the same either way. And so we'll retain anybody that you refer to us. One of the questions I always ask is who referred you? And then we also have a like survey at the end where they fill in who the person is that referred them, because it's very important to me. And I know it's important as we start in Auburn that you guys referrals and your profit share downline, that is, the integrity is kept between who you refer to us. We by no means are ever going to try to say, oh, you need to name me or XYZ. It's whom the referral came from. So that's important to say. Any questions? All right, so this is my favorite thing about Keller Williams. I came in as an agent that just wanted to sell some houses. Like I told you guys, I was doing property management and miserable. And I came in and came to a class and they had like a team leader. And then I believe it was a KWU instructor that had taught something. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And so the more and more I've learned about the opportunities in Keller Williams, the more excited I am about them. This is an example of the opportunity map. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. And this is a video that really spells out what that looks like. If you want to stay at the very first square that says agent and just rock whatever that looks for your life, that's what we want for you. And if you want to move on to any of these other opportunities, we want to be the catalyst to make that happen for you guys and provide those opportunities for you all. So here's a video that
Hey
will help
everybody,
explain it.
Mike Z here. We talk a lot inside Keller Williams about our value proposition as a company. What does that even mean? As an agent, I pay a cap to my market center. What value do I get in return? Well, the simple answer is you determine what value proposition you get inside the company. It's totally up to you. There's no one size fits all. There's no right or wrong. There's tons of opportunity inside Keller Williams. This is our opportunity map. And then you decide what you want to plug into and when you want to plug into it. How does that work? How do I plug into these opportunities? Well, let me give you a real world example. I'm going to talk about my business partner, Laura Strunk, one of my favorite people in the company. She came into Keller Williams as an agent, and she was a great agent to the point where she didn't have enough time to service all her clients. So she realized if she wanted to have more time and more money, she needed to really start succeeding through others. So Laura raised her hand to be on the Agent Leadership Council, which is a forum designed by Gary Keller to specifically help people develop their leadership skills so they can succeed through others. She used those skills to build a team, and she became a mega agent team. She started benefiting so much from what was inside Keller Williams that she wanted to share it with her friends at other companies that could also benefit from it. So she introduced Keller Williams to a lot of her friends, and she started building her agent profit share tree. Later on, she self-discovered that as much as she loves working with buyers and sellers, she gets more enjoyment, more psychic reward from helping agents build their businesses. So she raised her hand and said, I'd love to be a productivity coach. So we took her through the career visioning process and she became our productivity coach. In fact, she was so great at it that when we decided to acquire another market center, you're such a great leader, you know the systems, models, and tools, will you do it with me? So Laura became an investor in a market center with me. After that, we decided to launch a title company, and Laura was an investor in that as well. Laura then decided that, you know what, I want to be more effective in helping other people. So instead of just meeting people one-on-one, I want to be a great instructor. So Laura took Train the Presenter and Train the Presenter Advanced, and she became approved faculty inside Keller Williams University. Around this time, because we're networking all the time with other top leaders in the company and top agents, an opportunity presented itself to invest in one of the worldwide regions. So we did that together. Laura and her husband, Laura's originally from Massachusetts. We're here in Maryland. She's operating a team here. She's a PC here. She has a market center, title company with me. They decided to relocate up to Cape Cod. They always wanted to be there. So Laura relocated and she started an expansion team in Cape Cod. She also kept her team here, also being a PC here. And now, recently, that market center discovered, you know what? We've got an amazing talent on our hands here with Laura, and they invited her to be a team leader of a market center. So that's the way we open ourselves up to opportunity. We go to local events in our market center. We plug into our market center. We serve there. We go to regional events. We go to national events. And we take advantage of what I consider the number one opportunity in Keller Williams that's not on this map. And that is our culture is to share and help each other. We are the best networking company out there, all industries, as far as I'm concerned. So you network with people who are market center investors, who are PCs, who are team leaders, wherever you want to be, whatever you want to plug into, find people who are doing it, call them up, go visit them, and find out how they got there, and then you plug in too. Here's all the opportunity inside Keller Williams. You determine your value proposition, I determine mine. Take care, everybody.
Had any of you guys seen that demonstration before? I've never met him, but I feel like I know him because all of his videos. But I really like how he explained and walked through the journey. And I'm just telling you, Laura is a busy girl. Like she's real busy doing all that. And the sky's the limit. I mean, Gretchen, you started in a market center in Atlanta and you're now, want to be at the lake, and that's going to be your full-time gig. And so you've had the opportunity to stay within Keller Williams and not have to hop from different companies to follow your life path. We talk a lot about your big why, and actually, not to keep picking on the Gretchen, but Gretchen's team leader in Atlanta, he's become a mentor of mine, and I'm gonna have him come speak to you guys. It's awesome. But he dives deep on what is your big why. And when you know that, everything else you do makes so much more sense. And the path that Keller Williams provides, it doesn't have to fit in these little boxes. It can be all around, but this is kind of what's already out there. So if you have a vision to be more than a real estate agent or just a realtor, that's fine. If you just want to sell some houses, that's completely fine. We're going to make you the best agent you can be. And if you want to serve in multiple cities or be part of a team that serves all over the nation, or teach in different countries, because now that's been a new opportunity with Keller Williams being in 50 different countries outside of the United States and Canada, is people are getting invited to go teach in like Costa Rica, South Africa. Like, how cool is that after COVID, when we can travel and say, oh gosh, I'm sorry, y'all, I've got to teach business planning in the Bahamas. I hate to leave you guys, but I just am going to have to take that opportunity. That is just so cool that is an opportunity itself. I'm putting that on my growth plan. So I'm just speaking that into existence, you guys. Does anybody have any questions about the opportunity map? Anybody getting excited about it? I can't see your faces, so somebody's gonna have to speak up. I see you, Nick. What do you think?
Hello. Man, it's awesome. Like, that's one of the main reasons why I chose Keller Williams. It's just, the sky's the limit. Like, you can just make your life what you want out of it. You can go as big as you want to be, or be, like you said, just to be a solo agent. And, if you want to sell 2 houses a year, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, the sky's the limit. It's great.
That's right. Thank you for being a good sport. Okay, so the ALC is another unique thing about Keller Williams. We are not a traditional brokerage. We run that independent model, interdependent model, and we have, different things that a traditional brokerage doesn't have. And so with our Associate Leadership Council, the ALC is the voice for the agents. When we say built by agents for agents, that is something that is not normal. Typically at the traditional brokerage, if anybody's ever been part of one, the broker makes the decision and it doesn't matter. And that's something unique about Keller Williams. And that's something that we are so excited about. I have seen the change here in Montgomery when the agents feel that their voice is being heard, because there's a difference in saying, hey, it's kind of like saying, hey, you can vote, but if you don't vote, you got, your opinion is just an opinion. But here we really want to make it so that your voice, we want you guys to be engaged and to say, hey, this is what we feel about this. Hey, this is what we would like to see happen. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good fit for you guys. And so that's not a win-win. A win-win is hearing what you guys need, what you want to see happen, and doing everything we can to make that happen as a win-win for the greater good. And so it's something I'm really excited about. I've met with y'all's ALC. You've got a great group of leaders. And so have no doubt about that. And we're going to just continue to build upon those leaders, the leadership in that community. There are some videos here on command. What I will tell you, we're going to kind of skip through them. what I will tell you based on what we have heard is there has been a missing link between you guys having the technology that KW offers and being able to use it. We are currently already working on part of it is having your listings feed, and that has to do with your IDX feed, and that had to be a permission agreement. We are getting those agreements done, completed. Have your MLSs that we are already signed up for and in the progress of. So that missing piece is coming together. And as soon as we have that, then you guys will have the full utility to use the technology as it was supposed to be used. And so if you've had issues in the past, it wasn't the technology. I'll put it like that. All the technology has issues. This lovely iPhone that I use 24/7, it's got issues. And it needs to be set up correctly for you guys to even have a good opportunity to use it. So we're working on that now. Patrick Malden, who is the regional tech trainer, he will be joining us on another joint team meeting on the 20th at 9 a.m. during our regular scheduled team meeting time, which is Tuesdays at 9. And he will be going through some kind of basics and taking questions. So I have created a spreadsheet for everybody. If you've got some critical items of tech that hey, my email's not working, or hey, this is not working, put that on that list. And then if you also have some things, hey, I heard about how cool the app is. I'd like to know more about that. So we've got needs and wants kind of on the spreadsheet. If you can't access the spreadsheet, just send that list to Maria. You can send it in to me. And then Patrick's going to take the training plan that we put together, whether it's some all-day workshops or some Zoom, however that needs to happen, but based on what you guys need and want to see. Everybody good with that? Okay. All right, new procedures. This today is about we are here. You know the mall map when people used to go to malls? You are here, okay? So I hope that everybody on this call today has already transferred their license. If you're watching the recording, that was step 1, transfer your license. We've had some people have some issues with the Real Estate Commission website. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. And that has to happen first. So if you need the company number, or if you need any help, I know Maria's been helping people. I've been helping people. Susan's been helping people. So if you've got any hiccups, we're here to help you. You want to complete the onboarding paperwork. That again, technology. It has been causing some hiccups. I think what we have discovered has happened is somehow people are maybe opening multiple, or the DocuSign is giving multiple. So it's showing us that you're not complete, but you are saying complete. If you have completed it and it sends you that complete paperwork, just email that over to Maria. You don't have to do it multiple times. And honestly, it doesn't have to be through DocuSign. We were trying to get that out to you guys as quickly as possible. The deadline is tomorrow for that paperwork. Reason being, we have to get 40 to 70 associates put back into the Keller Williams system using all of those documents. Susan gets the pleasure to do that. And it all has to happen in addition to all the regular closings here in Montgomery, all of y'all's closings in Auburn, and before everybody transmits, so that there will be no hiccup in you guys reporting or things inside of Keller Williams land. If you have issues, Maria has the ability to, if you just want to, print them out and hand fill them in. However, we need to get the information from you guys, that's completely fine. We have the ability to be flexible with that. It did, to be honest, y'all were our first PowerForm user. We were really excited about it, and it has caused a couple of hiccups. So just continue to be patient with us, and we're under a hard deadline for that. So please let us know how we can help you get that done. You also let your MLS know about the transfer. Has anybody had any experience? Nick, I know they had said it was going to take some time with your contacts. Did you get that worked out from Instinet?
Yeah, they transferred everything Friday.
Okay, so what you'll do is you'll get, after you let the MLS know that you are now with Keller Williams, the new Keller Williams, Instinet will send you an automated email saying your contracts and contacts belong to your previous brokerage. You just forward that email to Jamie and say, hey, I need the ownership for that. And what we were told would happen, it would be very quickly. And I know that Nick's took a little bit longer than other people, but they'll get that over to you guys.
Hey, question. Do I need to contact East Alabama and Montgomery to let them know as well?
Well, at this point, we're in Lee County completely. Lake Martin, she was needing one more document, which we're working with them. And then East Alabama, we were trying to see who belonged to that so that we could get that squared. So I know Maria's got a list. Is that correct, Maria? You've got a list going of all that have joined. Did you have listings in East Alabama, Nick?
Yes.
Okay, we needed to get that handled quickly. We have the information from them. We just need to fill it out. So
Okay.
yeah, you can go ahead and notify them then.
Yep. Okay.
So Katie, I have a quick question. I saw that email come through, but I think I trashed it because I didn't know what to do with it. So who would that email have come from?
Which one specifically?
The one with the contacts and contact information on it, saying we now own this.
Maria, are you saying like your onboarding paperwork?
No, the one that said these contacts are now with your other broker.
Oh, I believe it would have come from like an instant automated type. Do not reply, probably. You can probably just email Jamie and say, I want my information, ownership of all that.
Okay.
Gretchen, Jamie is aware of that going on, and she's going to have to do that for every individual agent. So I don't think that you'll have to have that instant email. I think you can just email Jamie.
Okay, cool.
Email her to confirm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ginger.
Thank you.
Okay, and then Martha Lee said she never received the email, but Jamie said it was fine. So she still got, okay, good. Great. Yay. And then we're going to have you guys still communicate with Maria regarding any pendings. We've got 2 lists going, anything before April 7th and anything after April 7th. So please communicate with Maria. Anything that closes under the previous brokerage, we need that closing disclosure and a copy of that check. You can either email it to her. I've seen agents bring it by and she just scans it in. That way we can be sure that all of your company dollar, all of your everything is being accounted for. Because if it was just dropped off, we do have the ability, if you guys don't want to personally take it over there, Maria graciously has been willing to play courier. So if that needs to happen as well, just reach out to her. She has a new email address. I hope it's saved now at this point, but it's auburn.frontdesk1@gmail.com. All earnest money and commissions will be deposited to Maria. She has a fun little capture machine and it will put it into the proper accounts over here. And so that we can process it and then you'll have ACH information given to us. If that's your preference, that's going to be the fastest way to get paid is to go through the ACH. So it'll be deposited to whatever account you put on file. And so that will be how you guys get paid. I did have a comment with somebody preferred a paper check. That is okay, but it will be based on either them being mailed or dropped off throughout the week. So no promise on how quickly that can happen right now. Any questions regarding the new procedures?
Hey, Katie.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you address cash for earnest money, please?
Yeah, I just saw your text. We actually do not accept cash, guys. We only accept money order, cashier's check, personal checks.
Certified funds.
Certified funds. That's cashier's check, I believe. Certified funds, either or. That's what we accept.
No direct wire.
Yes.
Yes, you can wire. Yes, and those wiring instructions should have been in that.
The first folder, and we can get it back out to you.
Paper.
Yes.
It can also be if earnest money is decided to be held with the attorney. That can also that's also possible.
I do want to ask you guys if you decide or buyer decides to wire, if you will just give me a heads up or give it to Maria, she can put it into the spreadsheet. We just need to know the property it's on, information like that. So she actually has a form over there that she's, input in all the information that we need for our records. So just reach out to Maria. She can let you know.
Any questions that we did not cover today? We're really reiterating some of the same things over. And we just so appreciate you guys.
So this is a dumb question, and you might have said it, and maybe my mind's boggled, but so since the money's being held in Montgomery and we're closing in Auburn for earnest money checks, are you going to wire it straight to the attorney? How's that going to work?
So how it works over here is the attorney, when they cut your commission, it is just less that $500. And then at the time we put it back to make the commission whole. I wish our attorneys over here in Montgomery would hold the earnest money. It would be wonderful. But they don't typically around here. It's like not the norm, right? So it's not the standard, but.
Okay. I know of one attorney in town that will not do that. Nancy Davis's office will not hold the earnest money out of the commission check. So we might have to figure something out there.
Yes, we can get with her to see what our options are. And she can just hold will she hold the earnest money, or will she just not?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think she'll hold it. Yeah.
Anybody that won't do that, they will just have to hold it themselves so that they can make the commission full. Anything pending, and I know that was y'all's process to come and get your earnest money, then take it to closing, and then come and bring your check back. That will all be handled with Joey's previous company, if that's how y'all have to. We don't retain the earnest money or the escrow account to that previous company, so that has to be however he prefers to do. Yet moving forward, the earnest money will be deposited, and it will be reconciled through your commission account, through your commission check, in our commission account. Does that make sense? So a lot less driving around for y'all. I mean, I know it's mileage, right? But it can't be that good. We're also exploring too, like a app version. I don't know. Gretchen, did they use that in Atlanta, the Earnest app? Is that something?
I know at Family Reunion, they did a breakout and tried to sell that to everybody. And my assistant MCA was super excited about it until she found out that she thinks there's a charge to the buyer to use it.
Yes.
And so,
yeah,
the short answer is no.
Right. We're exploring that because that's what I've heard too, is some kind of mixed feelings around it. It would make things easier because basically it's wiring it. But the same kind of deal with you going to get a cashier's check or whatever, there is a fee towards that. And so if there is anybody that say is not in the city or is not able to do it, that may be an option that we explore just kind of on the back burner for those limited opportunities. But I think we've kind of worked it out pretty well. I know our agents don't have any problem with it here, it just being reconciled. And then any one-off cases like that one closing attorney, or if any of you guys say, hey, my preferred closing attorney, they prefer it this way, we'll just work around as best we can. Any other questions? Anybody have any feedback? Anything positive to share with us today?
I'm pumped. I think this is great because now I'm not going to say that it was never a Keller Williams office, but now I feel like it's really a Keller Williams office. And the company has so much to offer to agents. And I mean, if you just want to grow and learn, this is the company to be with. I just can see this market center growing with all the positive stuff going on. And I think we're all going to I think we're going to be the biggest in town. I really do. I'm excited. Y'all have got it going on.
Well, it's not us. And that's where the thing is, it's kind of like anybody can get a real estate license. That's kind of how Keller Williams is. Like anybody could get the logo, right? And yet you want to be the best real estate agent. You want to be the realtor of choice. And that's where we want to be, the real estate company of choice. And we take that to heart, we take it seriously, and we work very hard to make sure that any agent in relationship with us gets a lot of value, feels a lot of support, and we're a family. And so anything at all we can do. I know there's a lot of questions. We're kind of at the discovery phase. So we're working through a lot of things. We by no means are perfect. We are doing the very best we can. And I think that there's an alignment in our hearts and in the group of people that we've had the opportunity to meet. I'm just excited to see this grow. So if you guys don't have anything else for us, Susan, do you have anything to finish with?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of right now.
Does anyone know how much is the East Alabama MLS fee?
I don't off the top of my head. She did send me the information. I can get that over, but she may have just sent the brokerage information. But Maria can research that and send that out to everybody.
Is Nick still on the line? Nick might know.
I don't know. I just pay it.
Just take my credit card. Yeah, we'll get that to you guys. Anybody that's doing business over there and interested in getting that up and going. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for taking time. I know this is a lot of time out of your regular scheduled lives to kind of have these meetings and things. And so we trust that they're valuable to you all, and it's helpful. So y'all have an awesome afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.